Fala galera, aqui é o Kaká e sejam bem-vindos à nossa parte 12 da gameplay do Final Fantasy XVI. A última parte a gente fez aquela confusão toda lá com o Bahamut e limpamos a cagada que foi feita, né, depois dessa briga toda ali, né. Demos algumas consequências pro mundo, né. Então agora vamos relatar tudo isso pro Otto e descobrir qual que vai ser o nosso próximo passo.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding scars.
Isso aí foi novo.
But you take my point. Now's not the time to second guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya says your brother's awake.
Porra, vamos finalmente trocar uma ideia tranquila. Quero muito saber como é que tá o Dion também.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you. Even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. It is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Eita.
Well, what's the short of it?
Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
A gente vai finalmente ver o navio da
What's the
mídia.
swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Eu senti o escudo dele, né, pô?
Brother.
I'll look after him.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
É, eu quero saber um pouco mais dela. Cara, ele liberou uma cacetada de sidequest agora, hein?
Tyre's right. Your brother is in no condition to travel. That's all I'll say on the matter.
É, então. Seria melhor se ele ficasse lá, né? Mas você sabe como é que ele é, né? Ele não tem essa parada. Ele liberou 3 sidequests, clã. Um Harpócrates? Uma sidequest do Harpócrates? O que será que ele vai mandar pra nós? Ou não. Tá do lado ali, deve ser uma das crianças. Stage.
Sid, will there be?
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Vou dar uma
Perhaps a
olhada.
visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't
Resolver
like to imagine that my
pertence
pupils would
perdido,
lie to
pô.
me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly.
Uma
They were in
balança.
the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
Pelo menos o sidequest é aqui já, né?
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped? Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favorites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
Você bota tão educadamente
I've
assim,
never been
né?
one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates.
Vamos a gente volta.
And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
Vamos ver o velho Apócritas.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Seguinte.
Lawsman Harpocrates, I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sanbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers.
Tá, vou ter que caçar então.
How very Sanbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Está ajudando a gente, mas com motivo, né? Adicional. Wyvern de dorso azul.
Seems the hideaway has lost its...
Aí, Guts, seu bocozão.
What am I gonna do?
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallymill Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Já entendi o que você quer. Eu vou lá.
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding. Lady Karen, how's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait, what exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are ya? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
Não deu muito em nada não, mas a gente vai voltar aqui. Certeza que ela vai estar ouvindo também pra ver tipo, quem contou.
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded. And that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth. Along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I suppose it is.
Jogou a gente pra um outro lugar, mas beleza. Vamos terminar aqui então o que a gente tem que fazer. Verdade, foi mesmo.
We're all gonna die. You hear me?
What do you reckon we should do? I
Os
say
seus
we should just tell
pirralhos.
Michelle.
Vocês quebraram a balança, né? Entendi.
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh!
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Mididol said, the best way to see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done.
Fazer aquela engenharia reversa, né?
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we? All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others? This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
Presta atenção,
I'll
mano.
think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh goods? I don't think you'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn.
Por último.
This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Mididol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
It's not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Vocês não fizeram
I just put the
absolutamente
pieces
nada.
together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Mididol's hairs.
Her hairs?
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Mididol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look. We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Eu tava imaginando pra que precisa, né? Não sei se precisa. Irmão, só vamos embora, irmão. Tá funcionando, tá bom. E é isso. A sidequest foi ajudar uns moleques a montar uma balança. Tem algumas sidequests de jogos que são incríveis, velho. Mais caças novas, meu amigo Mugo? Aqui, a Matilha, sul do Tabor, em Dalmácia.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I
Pois
shall
é.
see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Ah, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
Aí, deu um pingo mais de lore aqui no finalzinho, pelo menos. Vamos lá. Certo. Merda. Apesar de ter liberado as sidequests, mas não podemos ir nelas ainda. Tem sidequest pra pegar aqui ainda? Tem, tá na carta. Deixa eu pegá-la aqui então.
Seems the hideaway is lost.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time?
Várias cartas. Como vai o repouso? Os guardiões estão se dando bem com os machados. E quando não estão exterminando o que restou das ameaças lá nos juncos, estão trabalhando para manter de pé as muralhas do repouso. De qualquer forma, se você não tivesse sido firme, ainda que gentil ao persuadir aquela horda, é provável que nós estivéssemos com acásticos até o pescoço. Eu sei que você tem um reino para salvar e tal, mas se um dia precisar de uma revigorada rápida, dá uma passada aqui que a gente abre uma barrica para você. As chamas queimam intensamente. O senhor tem sido extraordinário. Tem o extraordinário talento de aparecer onde mais precisam de sua ajuda. Sem sua lâmina, creio que o repouso estaria nas mãos dos acásticos, e nós seríamos apenas mais um de seus membros. No entanto, agora que estão em desvantagem e divididos, nós, guardiões, podemos nos esforçar para eliminar os grupos menores sem temer sermos dominados. E os machados sangrentos de Marta poderão voltar a defender o promontório. Quanto ao jovem Oscar, peço que me perdoe por pedir que cuide dele. Ele é um bom rapaz, é atencioso, educado e esforçado. Como pode ver, ele já aprendeu tudo o que podia comigo. Seria bom que para ele poder continuar a treinar com um escudo mais digno, e não há ninguém mais digno do que o Senhor no reino. Clive, a cidade está muito agradecida por você ter nos ajudado a derrotar os servos, mas ninguém teria a ingenuidade de achar que nunca mais os veremos. Felipe fez a gentileza de se encarregar que estejamos preparados caso os espectros retornassem. Mas me preocupo de que a posição de capitão esteja sendo muito pesada para ele. Imagino que o mesmo pode ser dito sobre você e seus fardos. Lembre-se, se acabar sendo demais, você não está sozinho. Nossos corações, nossos braços estão sempre abertos. Assim como as portas do véu. Que é isso, Isabelle? Por hora, o guarda e a liga deixaram as diferenças de lado. Agora a gente pode tomar o nosso cuspe de cobra mais ou menos tranquilamente. E eu arrisco dizer que devemos isso à sua cara metade. Ela foi espetacular. Quanto a você, olha, de um artista aspirante para outro, posso sugerir que você se esforce mais na entrega, e na projeção, e no semblante, e que deixe esses braços e pernas menos duros. E bom, todo o resto. Não iríamos querer sujar o nome supremo, certo? E aqui sim uma side vindo do Lord Byron. Essa do Sebastian, né? É o Senescal. Mestre Clive, peço perdão por esse gesto repentino e inapropriado. As circunstâncias me forçaram a buscar ajuda imediata e não tenho outra pessoa a quem recorrer. O senhor, seu estimado tio, me deixou encarregado de uma tarefa muito desagradável e sinto que não serei capaz de atender a essas expectativas, principalmente por me faltar aptidão marcial. Sou apenas um servo, não um mercenário. Embora eu tenha aptidão física para cuidar dos afazeres de uma mansão, sou completamente incapaz de me livrar de bandidos em vielas. Se não for incômodo, meu senhor, suplico que venha me visitar no repouso da Marta e explicarei tudo com mais detalhes.
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant?
Sim, estava escrito ali.
Martha's rest.
Oh, mas ele explicou na carta. O Clive pegou a carta e só leu o nome do remetente, tá ligado? Ele não viu o título, não viu... não leu o corpo da carta, leu nada. Vamos lá. Bora, hein? Agora a equipe tá braba, hein? Capa e adaga.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
É.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
Calma, Clive.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canva was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Então vamos. Caminho ali pra direita que termina, deixa eu ver.
Assuming they will allow it, the echoes have a will of their own.
Tem um coelho ali e tem um baú que eu não vou conseguir abrir em combate. Então... Muito antes. Mas foi o suficiente para já conseguir puxar ele. Pô, eu tá com nada com a gente, pô, ele já tá brabo. Faixa majestosa. Equipamento, vamos ver. Beleza. Um pouquinho mais forte que é o nosso cinto de mata-draco.
Let's go.
Beleza, só seguir pra cá então. Podemos continuar, né?
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Pô, se não precisa fightar, eu tô correndo, pô. A side quest é ali, hein? Uma outra side.
You deserve a rest. You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
Relaxa, eu vou dar um jeito nisso aí.
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank you. Our encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach Tabor. Forgive me. Lord Kuka.
Rest well, soldier.
Então, beleza, a gente vai resolver essa parada.
Close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
É no caminho.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Right. We got here in time.
Sem brincadeira. Cubo aguentou o Judgment Force, tá?
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic.
Cadê a pessoa? Não tô achando a pessoa, mas tô achando o baú. Véi, onde que tá essa pessoa, mano? Por aqui mesmo. Rapaz, cadê, mano? Olha aí.
You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others
taken care of? One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
Então.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it. You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait. That scar. Son of a whore.
You're Sid. I was there in Cosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
Não, vou matar ele não.
Your wounds have healed and your head has cooled. Come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some
man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Beleza, amigo. Mas eu deixei você vivo aí. Lembre-se disso. Putz. Estamos chegando no local, mas um pouco mais longe. Nesse caso, vamos de Ambrósia.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
No need to ride from here. Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
É ela, pô.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
Pois é, gostaria.
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua. The Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Porra.
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king, he has come to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Irmão, vai peitar o Odin?
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city, her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome. Yes, Your Majesty. Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
O Barnabas acabou com todo mundo que... ali de Dalmec. A Dalmec agora tá perdida.
How long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
O negócio tava manchado, né? Agora vai estar completo.
By the flames.
Tá banado.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Por seres inferiores, né?
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you, I...
Sinto que ela ficou meio, né, afeiçoada pelo Josh. Ó.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yode.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
É.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
E temos side quests aqui também, meus amigos. 2. Rapaz, o jogo agora decidiu liberar tudo em side quest.
Opportunity beckon.
E um chequezinho.
Who among you is bold enough to heed her? Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Tá, né?
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Carava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity, but those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast, now that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy. Bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovany, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Carava. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
Isso aí é nessa. Voltando, né? Deixa eu ver. É longe pra caralho. Aqui agora a gente finalmente tem a ligação, né? Aqui do deserto pra cá. Que antes eu acho que não tinha. E daqui pra cá ainda não ligou, não. Tá. Pô, a missão é aqui, mano. E a gente tem pra falar aqui com... É a outra missão, né? Que a gente não podia viajar pros lugares, mas tipo assim, desde que a gente entra no lugar aqui, a gente pode, né? Aliás, agora que a gente já falou ali com a menina... Ah, agora abriu, tá. Então, deixa eu pegar a outra sidequest aqui. Deixa eu terminar essa sidequest antes da gente continuar, pra não ficar nada pendente. Tem que subir aqui pra poder chegar ali, eu acho. Ou não?
Stay focused, will you?
Poxa, tem uma escada aqui.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any crystals.
You? Finally. No one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. the most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
Climb the stairs and...
And memorize a few inscriptions for me. Assuming you know your letters, that is.
Memorizar não é comigo. Espero que seja automático.
Courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
Agora a gente tem que ajudar um velho a ler coisas. Vamos lá.
How are those new boots treating you?
Guardiões do Cristal, vós sois as primeiras pedras de Tabor. Sagrado seja vosso sangue e como uma mãe, protegei a cidade com fervor.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
How it was.
Daqui a pouco vão virar história mesmo, né?
So it's these stones to Canva and the rest of the pieces to Dalma.
Tem uma ali e outra lá. Vou seguir reto aqui.
Not a scratch on them.
Andarilhos das planícies douradas, fiquei vossos pés neste firme chão. Compartilhai vosso orgulho com todos os seus iguais, pois sobre as pedras da cidade agora juntos viverão.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Mais um baúzito? Pelo menos tem uns baús no caminho. Filhos dos caçadores, agora lavradores desse solo, colhei as bênçãos prometidas e protegei esta terra das pragas que a assolam.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
Deixa eu dizer o seguinte, né? Eu já esqueci. Você podia dar a volta ali, né, velho? Já subiu essa escada aqui?
Come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor, sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Esse aqui.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
Agora lavradores, eu acho que é esse aqui.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand. That's all 3.
And so, we add primitive farmers
Consegui
to
lembrar,
Tabor's
nem
founding
acredito.
peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, 1 for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
Vou pegar o dinheiro do velho. Então, beleza. Lemos coisa pro velho. Pra situar de como que a cidade foi fundada, né? Tá, entendi o propósito. Eu sempre entendo o propósito dessas quests que são meio chatas, mas não muda o fato de que elas são chatas. Certo. Então, pra ir ali, eu vou, na verdade, vir pra cá, que aí eu já pego essa quest aqui e já parto pra outra. Vamos lá.
The bandits may be no more, but look what they've left us.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentleman of the town.
Virar à esquerda aqui. Qual é a goods? Opa!
Could be I know something.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumors about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil. Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers.
Tá manchando o nome daqui, Aaron.
Traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in 2 places at once.
Pois é, né?
Eh?
Fica lá no esconderijo o tempo
What
todo,
do you
pô.
mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
You too, Goots.
ali pra trás, na outra saída da cidade. Vamos lá.
The gentleman of the town guard was around. What a mess. You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Acho que não preciso invocar o Chocobo aqui, não.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you.
Você quis fazer uma
Die a
emboscada?
slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Coitado.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
Quem tá curando? Sim. Caralho, o Joshua, irmão.
It's over.
Beleza.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Eu acho que a gente podia cortar a cabeça dele.
Fucking coward!
Eu acho que ele merecia. O outro maluquinho lá que a gente encontrou, que era do Cubo e tal, deixava ele de boa. Esse aí merecia ter a cabeça cortada.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
blood!
Goose, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goots, was it? I have no quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself!
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
Chegou ela.
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalimil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs.
Caralho.
You bitch!
Molha cuecas.
Everything that happened. It was all your fault. And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck.
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect.
Vai arrancar olho dele. Puta merda. Vai fingindo que não viu.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It isn't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Beleza. Desfecho inesperado. Melhor, né? Eu não brincar com a véia, não. Certo. Então aqui a gente pega a saída. A gente ir no final.
Let's go.
pouco, vira à esquerda. Continua pra cá e a gente desce pra área mais abertinha.
Old he may be. It looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet.
Já? A gente vai arregaçar ele então. Não deu tempo do bicho respirar, irmão. Esses ataques do Josh também estão indo bem, eu acho. GG. A gente, porra, derreteu ele, irmão. Pera de Aebis.
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
Vou segurar ainda um pouquinho. E antes da gente entregar a quest, eu vou bem fazer essas outras aqui, ó.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
Saímos aqui pros campos.
As long as you remain.
A gente pega um chocobo pra ir pro resto.
You heard the herald?
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia. Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers.
Deixa eu ver um ali. $4.000, foi foda. Usou o Judgment Bolt também, não coisa aí, é GG. Pronto. Rapidinho.
That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs.
Tá aqui
Bright
perto
yellow
também.
with a heady scent.
Será que tá ali em cima ou tá aqui embaixo? Umas plantinhas aqui. É aqui mesmo.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe.
Certo.
Better head back.
Antes da gente voltar, vamos aqui no repouso da Marta.
My Lord Marquis, it is you. Then you received my letter.
Pois é.
I am Sebastian Rutherford, Chief Steward of your Lord Uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your Lord Uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your Lord Uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas...
Alas.
I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalimil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
Beleza, isso aí vai precisar de uma jornadinha, hein? Aqui em Dalimil primeiro. Voltar ali, né?
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Mummy?
The gentlemen of the town guard.
Pouquinho aqui abaixo.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to.
Então vamos lá.
He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Caralho. Matou o capitão, mano. Show.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist's Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Eles vão precisar mais não, né? Pode pegar.
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
Vamos lá.
There's a lot of road
Aqui atrás, né?
between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
Beleza. Perto.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
Os bichos são grandes, hein? Ah, um só que é grande, o resto é normal.
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Essa? Tome! Chupa-cabra o nome dele, agora que eu percebi. Olha o Joshua, mano.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, and I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to.
Sim.
I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
Bom dia.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
Então vamos lá então. Tá no repouso da Marta, né? E depois a gente entrega a que tá no esconderijo e seguimos ali pro final, que a gente já entrega aquela sidequest que a gente fez e segue adiante.
I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
Então, beleza. Sopro flamejante. Reduz o cooldown em 2.7. Vambora. Eram duas, né, que estavam aqui. Vamos lá. Era da comida e o da Karen.
It seems the hideaway's lost its...
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about.
Vamos dar uma experimentada?
And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
Deu ruim?
So, not fit for consumption then.
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's
gosta no final.
that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force. A force of nature, even. A maelstrom of flavor and sensation. A graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
Meu Deus, tá bom,
I'll give
né?
it some thought.
Se for pra alimentar o povo daqui... Show. Vamos ali do lado na Karen.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Agora faz sentido olho por olho, né? Nome da missão. Ah, agora a gente pegou um incensório ali pra ficar no quarto. De acordo com Karen, um incensório cheio de ervas e âmbar cinza é capaz de repelir tudo, dos insetos à peste, proteger a casa de ladrões e demônios e curar uma variedade de doenças. Tudo isso enquanto traz amor e sorte. Pô, amor o Clive tá precisando. Então você sabe ler. Parabéns, Karen. Show. Será que eu tenho, antes da gente seguir, será que eu tenho renome suficiente pra destravar alguma outra coisa? Dá uma olhadinha aqui antes de a gente fazer o Fast Travel.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Temos.
How may I help you today, Clive?
A gente vai pegar aqui mais uma musiquinha e um âmbar. Beleza.
Here you are.
Lembrando que musiquinha vale 40 mil aqui, clã. Depois um medalhão da escorva, 1360.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Como é que tá aqui as missões? Deixa eu dar uma olhada aqui na caça. Deixa isso daqui. Tem esse daqui que é na floresta de Sambrek. Mas aonde que é? Não sei. 60 de renome, hein? Isso é um bicho brabo. A matilha sul de Tabor, em Dalméquia. E aqui a Costa Calada, em Rosária. A terra parece não manta. Avistado às margens da costa do Porto Isolde. Costa Calada, Rosário, às margens do porto. Ali perto da casa do tio deles, né? Um grupo de rompe-maldição de Tabor para o campus de Corava se deparou com alguns caçadores no vilarejo que avistaram para não desviar muito da estrada principal. Tá, sul de Tabor, em Dalméquia. Esse aqui parece ser um pouco mais... Deixa eu ver aqui no mapa. Mapa local? Sul de Tabor. Ô, merda. Tabor. Aqui. É aqui pra cá? Saiu aqui da missão, desce pra cá. Ele indo pro nosso caminho principal, então. Pra nossa quest principal. Tá, então deixa pra gente fazer ela depois. Porto Isolde. Perto da costa, né, que falou. Costa Calada. Será ali? Vamos lá. A gente já faz essa. A outra ele tá no caminho da missão.
Good girl.
Eu tô com bastante ponto. Ah, eu devo estar em combate, não deve dar pra comprar. Tô com bastante ponto, eu vou comprar mais um negócio do Limit Break, cara. Acho que dá tranquilo. 2000? Safe. Pronto. Tô segurando esses pontinhos aí um pouco. Esses daí, né? Vamos lá. Bem grande, vamos lá. Os irmãos Mageth. Tem a mesma tatuagem. Caralho. Que isso? Tô sem poção. Toma. Que isso? Nossa senhora, veio os três juntos, mano. Eu tava sem poção. O bom é que a gente morre, a poção volta de novo. Eu sempre esqueço de ver a poção. É, se eu tô ou não com poção. Pra que comprar poção se eu morrer ela volta, né? Stonks. Vamos lá, vamos direto pra lá. Ali é complicado, que são 3 bichos que não dão flint. E eles têm sua própria barrinha de stagger. Tá isolar um e um de cada vez. Mas é mais fácil falar do que fazer, né? Vamos lá.
You deserve a rest.
Eita, já? Agora acerta todo mundo aqui na frente. Morreu? Puxei. Joguei. Vai dar stag e a gente finaliza ali com o Judgment Bolt. A stag é porra. Que isso, não tem stag não? Aí. Pronto. Pronto. Era um pouquinhozinho de potion que eu precisava ali pra poder dar uma empurrada ali nos ataques que a gente fica sem tomar flint.
No more vengeance. No more war.
Pegar ali aquele item. E rapaziada, eu vou fazer o seguinte, antes de a gente ir pra aquela caça que ficava ali no... Aqui, né? Eu vou vir aqui em Sambrek e eu vou procurar essas ruínas aqui da floresta. Eu vou dar uma olhada por aqui. Mas pra não ficar comendo tempo de gameplay, eu vou pausar até eu conseguir achar o lar do bicho. Já voltamos. Não sei se é isso aqui, clã. Né, não, tá aqui no meio da coisa, mas pô, um bicho boladão, né? Mas não, ainda estamos aqui na procura. Cara, eu até não achei o bicho não, mas eu percebi que aqui o caminho que antes não estava acessível, agora parece que tá. Então, de qualquer forma, mesmo se não for o caminho do bicho, vale a pena a gente dar uma explorada juntos. Dá uma pulada aqui. Opa. Aurobruma. Aqui é o caminho em linha reta. É, e no final tem uma área que, se não for desse bicho daqui, é de algum outro que vai aparecer ainda, certeza. E o que é isso, cara? Anel do atirador. Deixa eu dar uma olhada. Aumenta o dano do ímpeto de ataque mágico em 10%, mas só do ímpeto. Um empurrão decente, 10%, não vale a pena. Não vale a pena. As habilidades assim são meio fraquinhas, pô. 10% delas é a mesma coisa que nada. Porra. Vai vir um bicho tenso aqui, hein? É aqui mesmo. Puta que pariu, o tamanho disso! Svarog. Rank S também, parceiro. Putz, o último Rank S deu trabalho pra gente, hein? Ele é nível 50!
This beast isn't to be trifled with.
Caraca. Nossa, é muita vida que esse corno tira. Ah, mentira. Tem que o furacão vai e anda até ele, né? Mas... Puxa. Vai, ataquem ele enquanto isso. Vai. Cancelou o último, não acredito. Merda, cancelou o Judgment Bolt, mano. Que lixo. Mentira. Nossa, ele é muito forte. Dá pra matar, mas esse ataque dele é muito forte. O foda é voltar meio longe. Eu vou tentar mais uma vez, clã. Não vou ficar tentando tanto, não. É nível 50. O nível dele é bem mais alto que o nosso. É 11 níveis mais alto. Mas dá pra matar. Dá pra matar. O problema é esse ataque que tira 1.800. 1.800 é mais da metade da minha vida. Metade da minha vida é 1.200. Eu tenho que estar sempre ciente do meu total máximo de vida, mas... Tenho 6 poções e 4 super poções. Vai ser difícil. Vai ser difícil, mas dá pra fazer, dá pra fazer. Tentar acertar um pouco mais de uns counters com o Titã na hora que estiver perto. Isso vai dar bom. Aliás, tô pensando aqui naquela habilidade que a gente testou, essa aqui, ó, que countera ataque de projétil. Mas onde que eu ia botar ela também? Talvez botar no laceração. Em vez de usar laceração, eu uso o Jojo. Dá 3 de dano, né? Dá mais dano do que o laceração. Dá menos stagger, mas... O furacão aqui não tem tanta utilidade. Vou ter que botar aqui específico para esse combate, claro. Para-raios é essencial. Bom, tem aqui o Giga Flare aqui do Bahamut, né? Vai ter que comprar ele 2 vezes. Eu não sei se eu vou ter ponto suficiente para isso. A não ser que eu desative aqui a explosão da garuda. Saca? É. Como a gente pode trocar à vontade, eu vou fazer isso. Vamos comprar o Giga Flare. Comprar ele de novo, abdicando dos pontos daqui. Pior que ia ter que gastar mais 6.000 pra poder comprar ele. Tá, eu vou... Tá, peraí. Então... O que eu faço? Eu equipo o Bahamut ao invés do Ramu. Que é mais forte o Giga Flare do que o Judgment Bolt, né? É. Aí eu redefino. Compro aqui o para-raio. Aí vai ficar o para-raio coisa aqui na garuda. E o do Titan. Do Titan vai estar esse aqui. Mais qual? Dá pra botar qualquer um outro aqui no Titan, hein? Ó, o socão do Titan é 4 de força. O da Fênix é 3 só. Então... Não, pera aí, eu tô confundindo. Pera aí, vamos voltar aqui. Seguinte. Vem Bahamut. A gente bota o Giga Flame. Não é? Não, para-raios é a bolinha. Vamos deixar ela aqui junto com o da garuda. Beleza. E aqui a gente deixa o... Eu não upei o Judgment Bolt no máximo? Não. Será que dá? Não vai dar, né? É muito ponto. Então é isso. Com o do cubo que eu boto o soco. O socão fortão. Punho colossal. Eu vou ter pouco poder de stagger, mas o stagger nesse bicho vai ser tipo assim, indo natural. É indo sem ser nas habilidades. Pra que na hora que chegar o stagger a gente arregasse ele. Tá feito. É isto. Mas dá pra fazer aqui ainda com a garuda. Usa esses dois aqui. Dá pra fazer stagger ainda. A gente tem build de stagger. Só que a gente tem... Peraí, 2 para-raios? Tem uma coisa errada aqui. Aí a gente troca pelo... Impulso. A gente tem 3 habilidades aqui de dar stagger. São essas 3 aqui. E 3 pra sentar-lhe a mamona. Essa aqui pra counter e essa aqui pra sentar a mamona. Beleza. Vamos tentar aqui de novo. Eu acho que não vai dar não, clã. Mas... Vamos fazer uma última tentativa. Ah, como é que eu errei? Nossa, tá vendo? Posso acertar bastante counter nele. Vamos lá. Putz, só apertei o botão, hein? Ah, que isso, cara? Eu apertei, foi direitinho, juro por Deus que eu apertei direitinho. Vamos lá. E é isso. Cara, eu juro pra vocês, eu tô apertando o botão na hora certa. Eu não tô entendendo o que está acontecendo. Aí, vai lá. Que isso? Esse ataque é novo. Vamos lá. Péssima hora. Você vai estar me curando, eu acho. Vamos lá. Afastar. Putz, eu dei de cara com um, mano. Esse foi muito antes. Realmente. O remédio tá acabando. Acabou. Já. Eu errei o time. Chegamos na metade da vida dele, tava acabando o stagger. Cara, dá pra matar ele. Eu mandei mal. Essa luta não foi boa. Dá pra matar, clã. O que a gente tirou disso é que dá pra matar. Mas não vai ser uma luta fácil, eu não posso errar tanto. E a gente já viu um outro ataque dele, né? Que ele joga aquela explosão, coisa que eu não tinha visto no último combate. Certo. Então, o que eu preciso fazer aqui agora é acertar mais o timing dos nossos parries. Eu vou tentar também usar mais o bloqueio do Titan do que realmente o counter-ataque lá. Porque o bloqueio do Titan, se eu errar o timing, ele pelo menos ainda continua bloqueando. O outro, se eu errar o timing, eu tomei, né? Então, vamos lá. O timing da asa é meio difícil de acertar. Quando ele dá aquele ataque de asa. Quando ele estiver atacando com a asa, eu vou usar o bolinha. E a gente viu que o Giga Flare ali tira muita vida. 60 mil que tirou no total. Eu acho que tira mais se eu tivesse usado ainda o Limit Break junto. Eu não sei se o Limit Break aumenta só os danos dos ataques básicos. Deixa eu conferir, aliás. Deve estar falando aqui. A duração determinada pode ser usada a qualquer momento. Claro. Tá. Bônus de atributo. Duplica feitiços. Aumenta a potência da magia carregada, explosão mágica e disparo preciso. Aumenta a potência da habilidade icônica em 10%. Então, toda a nossa habilidade fica 10% mais forte. Certo. Então, vamos lá. Eu achava que era mais, mas tá bom. 10% melhor do que nada, né? Essa habilidade do Bahamut é muito boa, porque ela só vai e só acerta, irmão. E o cooldown dela é bem baixo. Vai ser ela que vai vencer a luta pra gente. Muito antes. Nossa, tomei? Não tô vendo nada. Ai! Ai, errei o timing. Dale, vai. $82.000 de dano, hein? Ui! Errei muito, errei muito. Quase lá na metade. Aí, puxa ele, puxa esse safado. Eu vou aqui direto. Ah, eu tava com o Icon equipado errado. Nossa. Ah. Não foi na hora. Não dá pra direita. Ui. Essa habilidade do Bahamut tá salvando a gente, clã. É muito foda essa habilidade. Ai, está no alcance dele? Físico? Aí fudeu, não. Aí não. Vamos lá. Pra esquerda, clã. Puxa esse arrombado. E vamos, tá na metade do stagger dele. Se a gente pegar o stagger dele, ele morre. Que isso? Isso é novo. Não, é aquela habilidade lá. Tá difícil, tá jogando tudo na gente. Quebrou, não acredito. E agora? Vamos. Que isso? Que mentira. Ah, que mentirada, clã. Ele olhou pro outro lado por quê? Ah, não. O jogo quer que a gente perca, pô. O jogo quer que a gente perca. Ele olhou pro outro lado. Ele olhou pro outro lado sozinho. puxa. Mesmo o jogo roubando, eu vou te matar, seu filho da puta. Não acredito, não deu. Você atirou pra onde? Tá vendo como é que o jogo rouba, mano? Eu perdi o poder do Bahamut porque o jogo roubou, velho. Tem que chegar mais perto, senão meu tiro não acerta. Rouba pra puta que pariu, mas a gente conseguiu ganhar, filha da puta. Porra, essa boss fight foi brava, amigo. Foi foda. Subimos até de um nível. Pô, subiu rápido pra caramba que eu vi ali. Beleza. Ai, pegamos um oricalco. Enigma dos Decaídos. Pode ser trocado por Gil. Beleza. Amba e lasca de cristal. Tudo pode ser trocado por Gil. Cara, eu vou até tirar uma foto com esse filho da puta aqui, irmão. Ah, não! Só porque eu queria tirar uma foto com o cadáver desse lixo. Esse lixo de dragão. Tá bom, né, jogo? Beleza, cara. Obrigado por nada. Vamos aqui, temos que entregar a side quest e tem a missão de caça aqui perto, né? Vamos lá.
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it.
Toma.
Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek. Yes, as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I had hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
Show. Então a gente segue aqui, né? Ao sul de Tabor, que estavam falando. Então é só a gente seguir pelo caminho aqui que a gente deve achar alguma coisa. Opa!
Cyril, how fares the search?
Well,
Mais
Your
dos
Grace,
imortais?
my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins.
Boa.
Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token.
Pena da Fênix.
For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
It's a Canva then.
We'll talk about this later.
Sei que esse caminho pra cá,
Cyril
então.
seemed very. You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Coitado. O cara só é meio misterioso, pô.
The free cities and the sea.
Ó, chegamos aqui nessa trilha, tem ao sul de Tabor, pode ser aqui. Aliás, isso aqui parece ser muito conveniente para uma área daqui. Uma área de caçada. Não, não é não. Mas eu só quero ver aqui, pô, peraí. Segura a onda aí, Josh. Aqui é certo que tem uma caçada aqui, ó. Será aquela matilha ali? É. Pô, depois do Dragon Zord que eu enfrentei, vocês não vão ser nada. Pô, rank C. Pô, pera lá. Vou fazer o seguinte também. Vocês estão em linha? Toma todo mundo então. É isso. Show. Nossa. Brincadeira perto do Dragon Zord que a gente passou, pô.
Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy?
Boa, garotão. Quem é o garotão? Esse é o lobo de verdade, pô.
Good girl.
Beleza, meu querido Joshua. Agora a gente pode ir pra lá, cara. Eu notei uma coisa. A gente mudou aqui a ordem das magias, né? Pra poder lutar contra lá. A gente tá sem o furacão. O furacão é uma habilidade muito útil. Acho que é pra gente não ter. Acho que vou precisar dar uma remexida nas habilidades. Foi uma orc. Não, não precisa não. As duas passagens eu acho que dão pro mesmo lugar, né? Vou vir por aqui, é um caminho mais estranho. Tem uma passagem pra cá que não dá pra ir. Faz travelzinho aqui, né?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Opa. Tem essa área aqui de baixo. Tem uma side quest ali? As cidades livres de Compre. De um começo humilde, um punhado de aldeões se juntaram para formar uma aliança sólida que agora controla boa parte do exército mercantil. Qual quest que tem? Cara, liberou mais. Liberou mais 3 side quests, clã. Então tá. Vamos de side.
What's happened? The guards at the gate.
Ah, senhorinha aqui, Heloise e seu irmão.
Your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges. Which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
Vou, né?
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chadra's Thread, past Lateney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
I'm sure you won't need it.
Não vamos não, tá safe. Tire sorte não. Chegar ali? Como é que eu vou chegar ali? Daqui a gente vai? Acho que sim. Vamos lá.
Come on.
Essa parte do jogo, o jogo resolveu abrir side quests, né? Só nessa parte a gente fez o quê? Deve ter feito umas 5 ou 6 side quests já. Contando com a caça, então, se a gente for contar a caça como side, né? Atividade extra, né? É aqui mesmo. Não vou conseguir descer daqui, né? Consigo. Rosa é braba. Aqui, agora tô sem minha habilidade, velho. Não adianta, eu preciso. Pra boss, essa habilidade não é muito boa, o tornado. Ela dá pra fazer um estraguinho. Mas pra mob, mano, é muito boa. Mais. Caia daí. Ué, tem gente pra cá? Ah, é o cristal.
Farewell.
I think that's the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Boklat.
Voltar? Pô, antes... O que nós temos aqui, pô? Dá pra passar por aqui, eu acho. Talvez não. Se bem que pela margem aqui do rio dá. O caminho dali se conecta ali, né? Se bem que tá pra baixo, se fosse pra vir só daqui do sul do deserto, dá pra vir ali, mas nossa senhora. Que me parece uma área de alguma coisa de caça. A não ser que liberou alguma caça agora, tá ligado? Não tem nada aqui não. Vai ter em algum momento uma caça aqui. Certeza absoluta. Se falar um lugar, a gente já sabe aqui, ó. Ao norte do meandro da Cerdra. É aqui. Bom, deixa eu voltar. Vou fazer um de cada vez. Tá pensando aí já na outra side. Vai uma de cada vez.
something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Que isso?
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
Deu bom.
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset.
Com vocês. Problema
I'll
de
explain
vocês.
everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then. Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do. But thank you, all the same.
É, tipo, qual o contato que o Clive deu pra ela? Bom. Analisamos. Temos mais duas pra gente antes de a gente ficar livre.
Ah, Clive.
Opa.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic. And they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now. And judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery. And we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds. And she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me. And I want to repay the favor. By letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
Ô, cacete. Pronto, vamos lá pra ala perdida. Pra mais uma side.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
O já tá aqui logo na cara.
You know what you have to do. Clive,
I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must strike now. Before we part,
lembrei dessa
I
poste
want you
dele
to
aí.
know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, and I understand more than anyone how you feel. But is revenge really the answer?
Sim.
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lostwing? Everything you've built.
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even should Lostwing die?
Claro.
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safely.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. Fare you well, Clive. And may Griga guide us. All of us.
Pô, certo. Eu queria te ajudar a cair na porrada, irmão.
We are awaited in Gotan's Bales.
Desde quando eu vi essa primeira plot, eu falei assim, irmão, vou te ajudar nessa aí. Fica tranquilo quanto a isso. Só vim pra cá mesmo, né? É. Ô, brother, tá cansada? Andando devagarinho, pô. Vamos lá.
Back to the stables, girl. Everyone. Quinton has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quinton. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quinton.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quinton to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
We can't let this happen.
Eu não vou deixar, fica tranquilo.
Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quinton die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can.
Cara, é o que eu já imaginava, irmão. Eu queria te ajudar na porrada, pai.
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
Quero ajudar ele na porrada, irmão. Não é ficar, vem pro esconderijo. Não, é na porrada, pô. Vamos lá. Naquela casinha que ficava... Lembra que a gente passou ali perto daquela caçada? Fiquei imaginando por que teria aquela casinha abandonada, né? Alguma coisa iria acontecer lá.
Run like the wind.
Opa. Aqui ele não vai.
Clive, look.
No. Don't tell me we're too late. Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But...
Your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then.
Vamos lá, bichão. Vamos embora. Minas. O nome do bicho é Minas. Cancelar ali, né? Essa parte do Bahamut é incrível. Morra. Nossa, destraçalhou o bicho sem dó, irmão. Vibrisa de Coeu. Todos são um Coeu de alguma forma, né? Coil.
Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear.
Caralho.
Just as I dreamed of doing all these years.
E agora
All
ficou
my
vazio.
plans, building a haven in Lostwing, freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice? My faithful comrades. All those lives lost. So that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it, but there's more bad news. It's Lostwing. It's been flooded.
Putz.
What?
Com éter? É. É, amigão.
Lost wing.
Você perdeu a ala perdida.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Já era, irmão.
Don't be a fool.
Ih, se matou.
Damn it.
Se matou.
Quinton's not going to last long in there. Let me finish this quickly. Sword and stone!
Mais. Tá ali embaixo. Bora. O bom do Mega Flare, mano, é que você pega a quantidade de alvos que você quiser e você pode ir trocando. É uma habilidade muito boa. As habilidades do Bahamut são muito boas. O bolinha dele que... Eu tô equipado com ele, inclusive, né? Não cheguei a ficar brincando com ele. Pra ver o quão útil é em mobs de quest. Ele elimina a necessidade de um ataque AOE como o Tornado, por exemplo.
Quentin, look at me.
Se matou.
He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lost Wing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quinton. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quinton. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we
Agora
still
agora
do.
cuidar das pessoas, pô.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
Because we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lostwing. Right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? We could build towns. A nation, even. What's to stop us?
Calma, amigo, passinho de cada vez.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quinton will suffice. After all, we are family. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over. And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing but the best. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
Show. Pelo menos ajudamos o cara a ter a vingança dele. A placa do enforcado, o emblema do enforcado, a taverna no coração da ala perdida. O vilarejo é um refúgio para os oprimidos construído no entorno de uma ruína dos decaídos, tão propensa a revelar seus segredos quanto o enigmático taverneiro do enforcado. Beleza, a gente pegou um símbolo, né, quando a gente terminou a questline dele. Então, isso aqui reduz o tempo de recado do ciclones ínico. Deixa quieto. Tinha mais uma side quest, não tinha? Tinha aqui, ó. Então vamos lá. A última side quest pra gente ficar livre. Mas essa side quest aqui, que tem uma continuação, que tem um arco, elas são bacanas. Tem algumas igual, pô, ajudou o cara ali aquelas que tinha feito lá em Sunbreak. Ajudou o cara a achar os 3 amigos dele pra tomar uma. Pô, pelo amor de Deus, velho.
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Ataque attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it ain't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with.
E aí, como?
If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Não, tá, beleza, mas como?
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry.
Simples, eu vou lá e matar os caras.
Bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear them out sooner if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic.
E eu não confio nos seus caras não, deixa comigo.
A few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
Vamos lá.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first.
Fala aí, Wade'inho.
So, Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rosfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count.
Oh.
And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't.
Deixa também, eu arrebento eles também.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
Certo, pegar aqui o atalho. Lago Leste é onde que era a mulher do Murdoch. Morava, né? Olá, meus companheiros. Prontos para tomarem uma surra?
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
You will leave this place.
Or face the consequences.
O Josh, ó. Olha a demora que é pra juntar o quarto nível do negócio, mano. Porque lá o Josh já matou todo mundo. Ué, só dois? Ah, é porque eu desupei. É verdade. Olha a demora que é. Não dá pra usar isso não. É muito forte, tá vendo? Muito forte também, exagerei. É bom. O nível 4 é forte.
That's the end of that then.
Eita, tem um flanzão. Com cauda, por favor.
It goes to.
Ah. Tome. Uma investidona pra finalizar.
Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching? I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Ah, agora a vilinha tá povoada. É assim, né? As construções já estão lá, realmente não precisava construir nada. Só reparar os danos.
Without masters. No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is.
Isso aí
It'll
com o
take a
tempo
bit
vocês
of elbow
arrumam.
grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
Eu quero me livrar pouco do moleque
Everyone
aqui.
arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Valeu, Wade.
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
Tá, terminar a quest e voltar lá na Marta. Enquanto eu uso essa build, bom que pode trocar à vontade, isso é uma coisa boa do jogo. Enquanto eu uso essa build, dá um upgradezinho aqui. Pô, 2? Eu achava que o normal era 3, velho. Ah não, é 2. Aí também é foda. Eu vou tentar usar, vou tentar gostar da habilidade.
All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of my own. What matters is you did it. And now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Show de boelas, clã. Agora o território ele tá povoado. E assim, rapaziada, nós terminamos todas as sidequests pendentes. Só resta então a gente seguir em frente. Legal que a gente ainda não visitou as cinzas, né? A parte oriental de Valisteia. Acho que é o último mapa que falta chegar. Eu queria vir aqui para ver cartas, eu vi que já tem carta nova. Mas eu queria ver também o renome. Queria dar uma olhada como é que tá meu quarto também. Ih, tem caça nova.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Medalhão da escova. Vamos ver o que isso faz.
Come again. I may...
Aumenta a duração do tônico de coração de leão. Foda-se tônico, pô.
More for ya.
Qual é a caça nova que tem aí, ô Mugo? Quais são as aventurinhas aí? Fala. Tem sobre a vez que voei até o fundo da bacia de Zemex.
What did you find down there?
Uma compreensão profunda, Cupo. Porra, sério? Por fora, ela parecia tão misteriosa. Pra onde vai toda aquela água? Por que ela nunca transborda? Eu voei pra lá pra descobrir as respostas dessas perguntas, mas acabei descobrindo algo sobre mim em vez disso. Eu não sei nadar, Cupo. Tá, com a asa você conseguiu sair? Foi isso? Pelo menos? Aqui, ó. Liberou uma aqui. O Homem de Preto. Grande parte dos escudos pretos que espionavam a ala perdida foi levada pelo fluxo do éter. No entanto, nós recebemos relatos de um deles sobreviveu. Trata-se de um fanático que insiste em provocar a morte terrível de qualquer portador que se aproximar demais do seu esconderijo. Infelizmente, ele se provou ser um desafio para os rompe-maldição, para enviá-lo matá-lo. Tá lá na ala perdida em Sambrek. Tá. Vamos empurrar mais um pouquinho essa parte, claro, pra gente fechar aqui as missões de caça também. Vamos mais um pouquinho. Só mais um pouquinho. Outra parte a gente fez 4 horas, né? A gente tá aqui com 3h25. Tá safe. Vamos lá. Aqui, onde que ele ficou aqui? É aqui dentro, né? Mas aonde? Será que é? Tem que ser numa área aberta, clã. Geralmente as fights são nas áreas abertas. Deixa eu dar uma olhada aqui. Seria aqui? Passagem para a adega. Certeza que é. Eu conheço o level design, pô. Sou macaco velho, pô. Vamos lá. Pra eu chegar ali. Subo aqui. Vou pra baixo. Não, hein. Aqui vira pra esquerda. É no andar de baixo mesmo. Esse mapa aqui é esquisito, cara. Esse mapa não mostra profundidade, né? É tipo, se tivesse uma linha aqui em cima, né? Pra indicar que aqui tinha uma passagem por baixo. Ele não fala isso. Então é pra cá mesmo. Não é. Como é que eu vou chegar ali, meus amigos? Como é que eu vou chegar ali? Porra, se não é aqui, será que é mais em cima? Será que é assim, dando essa volta? Sei lá, hein? Vamos lá, continua aqui. Aqui mesmo. Show de bola. Vambora. É você. Trombeteiro sagrado. Vamos lá, trombeteiro. Aqui B. Vai ser nem perto do dragão que a gente enfrentou hoje. Fica e segue. Droga. Vai ficar mais vezes, né? Fica em stagger, termina esse ataque aí pra você ficar em stagger, seu maldito. Morra. Escarlatita. Escarlatita.
Your work here is done.
Seu verme. Pegamos aqui ainda. Deixa eu ver se tem mais algum baúzinho por aqui, né? Aqui é o caminho pra voltar? É. Ok. Então, agora sim, meu clã. Até que foi bem rápido. Agora sim, a gente volta aqui. E... eu... quero ir lá no meu quarto. Ver a carta. Eu quero ver como é que estão as decorações que a gente pegou também, que a gente pegou bastante já. Desde a última vez que a gente olhou. Pois ainda quero ver o John acordar também. A nossa maneira. Lamento que você e o bobão tiveram que se envolver no meu passado cruel e sórdico. Mas, por você ter se metido, eu finalmente pude dar um fim a assuntos que demoraram demais para ser resolvidos. Agora que tudo isso acabou, talvez eu possa descansar e aproveitar o novo mundo que você deseja tanto criar. Qualquer um conseguiria notar todo o bem que você fez. Pô, palavras bonitas, Karen. Tô até meio surpreso. Meu senhor Marquês, durante sua ausência, tomarei conta de meus novos tutelados e farei tudo para protegê-los. Apenas peço que você faça o mesmo por sua alteza. Deixa comigo, Yote. Tá tranquilo. A gente sabe que você gosta do Joshua. E agora eu recomeço. Clive, não tenho palavras para agradecer por tudo que você fez pela ala perdida. Então, em vez de votos constrangedores de agradecimento, enviarei vários barris da melhor safra da próxima temporada. Tomara que faça você e seus companheiros pararem de beber aquela lavagem terrível que tanto gostam. Quentin, beleza. Tomarei de bom grado. Deixa eu dar uma olhada aqui. Ó, a gente tá populando, hein? A gente pegou aqui a placa do enforcado, tá vendo? Aqui, o Sharp dos Guardiões. Aqui é o Cálice do Cid. Aqui o Incensório Continental. Devagarinho a gente tá enchendo aqui, pô. Massa então, meu povo. Então, próxima parte, seguimos a missão principal. Imagino que... a gente fez muita sidequest. Imagino que não vai aparecer muito sidequest a partir daqui agora. Se aparecer, deve ser uma quantidade mais baixa. Então vamos seguir. Eu vou ficando por aqui, espero ter curtido esse sim. Não esquece de deixar aquele crítico aí no like, se inscreve no canal, segue a gente nas nossas redes sociais. Até a próxima parte, valeu, um abraço, fui!